every week, tune in for the review. Mr. and Mrs. Chat serving hot like they do. Stand clear of the sidelines, we on the attack. Big Blue Tees, the podcast, ain't no looking back.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to the Big Blue Tee.
Okay, so let's dive into this stack of sources we've got. You remember the headlines, right? When the Giants let Xavier McKinney, star safety, just walk away to Green Bay.
Oh, yeah.
Social media just ignited. I mean, takes hotter than the MetLife turf in, like, August. A ton of fans were just scratching their heads thinking, you know, did GM Joe Schoen just leave this massive hole in the defense?
Well, yeah, it certainly looked like a huge loss, you know, on paper. Given what McKinney did, his leadership role, that fan reaction was totally understandable. I mean, who replaces a player like that?
Exactly. But digging into our material here, it's pretty clear Schoen absolutely had a counter plan brewing. And that plan, well, it arrived in the form of Jevon Holland, who they snagged from the Dolphins. Our sources are calling him like one of the most versatile and dynamic safeties in the whole league.
Yeah, that's the buzz.
So our mission today really is to unpack what these sources tell us about Holland, who he is, how exactly he fits this new Giants defensive scheme, and, you know, what this whole move really means for the secondary, the defense's culture going forward. What's this blueprint actually look like?
Well, what jumps out right away from the info we have is just the caliber of player they got. Jevon Holland, he's a guy coming into his fifth year, played at Oregon, listed 6'1", 205 pounds.
Okay.
And the Giants, they committed big. It's a 3-year deal, $45.3 million, with a pretty significant $27.4 million guaranteed.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, our source points out that makes him the 9th highest paid safety.
Yeah.
And honestly makes a strong case that based on what he can do, he should probably rank even higher.
Yeah, I know some people might look at his numbers maybe dipping a little last season, but the sources, they really emphasize that context here is absolutely crucial. You can't just look at the stat line.
It really is. Think about it. He was playing under his third different defensive coordinator in 3 years.
That's wild.
Yeah, that kind of instability, I mean, it can definitely impact ADB stats. But the film, our sources reference, it still shows those elite traits.
Yeah.
You know, fantastic range, great timing on blitzes, just real football instincts.
Okay.
So while, yes, maybe pursuit angles, missed tackles, they ticked up a bit in 2024 when he's locked in, our sources are pretty adamant he's a serious problem for offenses.
And here's where it gets, like, really interesting, the scheme fit. With the new DC, Shane Bowen, get this, Bowen's defense, it demands safeties who can do, well, everything.
Total versatility.
Exactly. Players who can seamlessly disguise coverages, bring pressure, you know, effectively off the edge or up the middle, and provide leadership from the back. Our material highlights Holland brings precisely that complete skill set. Plus, he's specifically stepping into that leadership void McKinney left.
And it's not just talk, right? Not just roles on paper. The sources are saying his impact is already being felt, like right now.
Already, okay.
Yeah, it's not just Holland either. Giants corner Paulson Adebo. He's apparently already raving about the chemistry that's building in that secondary during these early workouts.
Oh, that's good to hear.
According to the material, Adebo specifically mentioned guys like Holland, the rookie Tyler Nubin, Dane Belton, Drew Phillips, Deonte Banks, Cordell Flott. They're all gelling incredibly fast. He said it's not just playing together. They're leading together. Yeah,
Adebo's quote, the one shared in our spaces, is pretty telling. He noted, some players are young, but definitely wise beyond their years, and that everybody collectively is really coming together. I mean, that paints a picture of a pretty significant culture shift compared to last year, right? Where, you know, blown coverages, communication breakdowns often had fans, let's just say, expressing their frustration loudly.
And that culture shift, it's being directly backed up by a major coaching overhaul on the defensive side. Something head coach Brian Daboll really orchestrated.
Right, the coaching changes.
Yeah, the sources detail that Jerome Henderson, Mike Trier, they're out. Jeff Burris and Marquand Manuel are in. Plus, they brought in the veteran presence of Mike Papa Adams to the staff, too. Valuable addition there.
Daboll is clearly signaling, like, he's not messing around. No punches pulled. The goal, spelled out right in our sources, is an aggressive, fast, smart defense. That's got to be music to the ears of anyone who watched those struggles last year.
Absolutely. So you pull all this together, right? Everything from our sources.
Yeah.
What does it really mean? Jevon Holland, he isn't just filling a spot. He's here to, like, fundamentally redefine the Giants' secondary.
Yeah, redefine it. I like that.
And with that whole group, Adebo, Nubin, Belton, Phillips, Banks, Flott reportedly locking in early, and his coaching staff injecting this brand new aggressive philosophy.
Well, our material suggests this revamped back end, this secondary. It might just be one of the biggest surprises of the 2025 season. Our source seems incredibly optimistic that when the pads finally come on, this group is going to bring some serious heat.
So, considering that intentional culture shift, the clear plan for a more aggressive approach from the coaches, it kind of leaves a big question for you, the listener, as the season gets closer. Based on everything you've heard here today, how much heat do you actually think this new look Giants secondary can bring when they finally take the field? Definitely something to chew on.
All right, well, I think that just about wraps things up for this deep dive.
Yeah, seems like a good place to pause.
Just wanted to say a massive thank you for tuning in to Big Blue Tea.
Absolutely. And a huge shout out always to Black Freezy TV.
Oh,
For
definitely.
the fantastic programming, the production, everything that makes this possible.
Yep, their work behind the scenes is just really appreciated.
It really is.